All right, here we go, you guys. Good morning. It's just still having coffee. I stayed up really late last night. But I'm here for you guys. 10 a.m. Pacific time. So let me say good morning to you guys. Super grateful for you guys jumping on live. I'm going to jump into this in a second. It's a short but sweet one. Oh crap, my dog's going to bark at the other dogs. I left her outside on the patio because I was trusting her. Hey, Heather. You know, I think this is going to be good for you, Heather, too, right? Hey, good morning, John. This is going to be good for all of us. Like, so think of this training in your scenario, right? You know, I always like to give you guys scenarios around money, relationships, but anything, you know, manifesting a house, all this stuff. So the law of detachment, right? The law of detachment says that basically that's what it says. Be detached from the end result. Be detached from the how. And that is our biggest, I think, as a human. Now she's in the house barking at me. Why are you barking? We always get stuck on this how. I think that's what happens is how, you know, like my big goal next year, you guys, is $222,000 income goal for my business. I'm pretty pumped. But the minute I say that, it's like, well, how's that going to happen? Okay, so let's back into the how. You know, this program or this rate raise or this thing, you know. Same thing with I got a message from a super dear friend and longtime client saying, you know, gosh, you know, why am I stuck? I'm stuck on, you know, thinking that I want this certain person or this certain things in my life. And so yeah, Heather, that big how, right? Because I know you're growing through so much in your life, relationship, business, all of that right now. So the big thing you guys got to do is stop thinking about the how. And here's the magic behind this training for you guys here. Here's the magic right now. The reason why you guys don't take action when fear comes up is because you're scared of the invisible space before you, right? It's because you can't see the how. So you see the conundrum that we have here is we're doing it ass backwards when we think of that, when we do it that way, because the space before us is being created by our actions, right? Or our not actions. However, so on the flip side, for example, you're like, I want this person in my life, right? And so you've already honed in on the desire, and then you just keep thinking about the how. So the how is the invisible space. Understand, you guys with me here? The how is the invisible space before you. So when you are trying to control, you're attached to the how, and you're like, I want that house, and I'm going to do A, B, and C to get it. Whereas the law of detachment is that invisible space, whereas you just need to say what it is that you want. Like, I want $222,000, excuse me, for my income next year, or I want, and then we have to detach from the actual like person, right? That's what my one girl was kind of messaging me about. It's like, no, you just have your eyes fixated on this exact house or this exact person or this exact relationship or this exact job, right? You might want to be a legal secretary, and you find this firm that's down the road from you, and you're like, that is the one. As you get so hung up, like Pam was talking about horse blinders the other day, that you end up putting your blinders up to the actual possibilities that could be out there, right? Yeah. Then you make the non-action and you put funky mood, and it makes the how feel more difficult, right? Exactly. So when we're talking about invisible space before us and the how, right? So if we're trying to do the how, we're fucking up the invisible space. But on the flip side, if you're, say, you know, if you have an opportunity but you don't know how, and that's why you're scared, because you're scared of loss of control, really what it is. you're scared of something happening that you don't want to happen because you don't know how to control the situation. That's like what happens when you guys are signing up for the wait list for quantum or pushing the button for quantum. You don't know what's going to happen. So these thoughts start bubbling up. But if you release attachment to the outcome and just put out what it is that you desire to happen, and then you take the actions, right? So that's you allowing the invisible, that's you creating the invisible space by just taking actions, or not actions, but not attaching to a certain situation, right? Yeah, awesome. Lisa's taking some amazing action. I see you out there. But so I hope that didn't confuse you guys. Law of detachment is saying, I desire to feel this way. I desire to have this thing so that, right? So you want to know, why do you want $222,000? What are you going to do with it? Why do I want this relationship that's a partnership that is not a toxic? It's a partnership. It's an equal partnership. Why do you want that? How is it going to feel? And then detach from where it comes from, right? Aha moment. Let's have a big aha moment. Super vulnerable moment for you guys too. Back to that sentence. We have to detach from how we receive it, right? We think, well, that $222,000, I want it to come from my business, right? But at the end of the year, what if you made way more than that, but it came from other sources? You win the lottery, or you marry into a millionaire. That was a story that I loved, right? You marry into a millionaire, and all of a sudden, but you're like, but that's not my money. But it is. You're still holding space with that frequency, right? So this training was a little crazy, I think, because I'm going back and forth. But I think, good. So I'm glad you guys are, it's resonating with you guys. So Julie, thank you for commenting, because I'm going over here from the invisible space to over here to the how. But if you go wrap your head around everything that I just said, you can start going, holy crap. I was attached to, we looked at a condo yesterday. It was super attached to where I wanted it to be. I still like that area, but it's really the feeling. I have to put myself in the scenario, right? We're looking for a vacation condo, and I want to see water, and I want to feel a certain way. I want to feel like I could come out of my cute little ass condo and just walk down the freaking block and see little tiny shops. Lisa's don't stop talking. I could talk all day. But then you get attached. So then that's how I want to feel, right? So then I got attached to this one particular condominium area because they have all that. And then you go there, and it was insanity. The HOA fees were are you smacking yourself in the face? This is a dumb decision, a not smart decision. And then it just felt yucky. So then it's not for you. But you have to, I had to detach from that particular place. Do I still want to have that feeling? Yes. Who knows? The universe may bubble something up. And so what I was telling the gal, and I'll wrap this up here, but what I was telling my gal is we have to say that or better, right? Because when we attach to, I want $222,000 for my income next year. Well, what if I screw myself over and I could have made $500,000 only because I was this is exactly what I want, right? So we have to say, you know what? I am going to be bringing in this $222,000 in my business, or better, that or better, right? So you're not limiting yourself. Same thing when we're looking for house, right? Hey, Amanda, I'm glad you're here. I think you're late, unless it just showed me that you're just now here. So you have to watch from the beginning. It gets pretty energetically conundrumish. But so yeah, that or better. So tell yourself, how do you want to feel? This is the steps to be not an attachment, right? How do you want to feel? Why do you want this in your life? Because you got to ask yourself questions. Are you wanting this in your life because you feel like you're broken? Because if that's the case, then you got to look into that broken space and find out what's going on there. So this is self-observation, right? So how do I want to feel? Why do I think I have to need this or want this into my life? And giving whatever that is a job, the relationship or the partnership or the money or the house or the car, right? Hey, Deborah. John can relate. Holy, I think we all of us can relate to this. We're just put it in a different aspect of our life. And then you say to the universe, because this is how I manifest my husband. I literally wrote down, I want to feel like this. I want him to maybe look like this, like the blue eyes and the brown hair. I got that. I want him to, be super hilarious. He's super hilarious. If you guys didn't watch our Instagram stories the other day, you should be, because you never know when he's going to show up and make half of my Instagram followers pee their pants and spit water all over their work trucks, right? Like, I got so many messages from that Instagram story. Anyway, how do I want to feel? Why, right? Because I want this partnership and that or better. And then freaking release that shit. Then you can write it on a piece of paper, sit it out with like the new moon and crystals and shit. You get all magically woo-woo. By the way, I think I'm going to do a miniature Instagram training today on banishing people, because y'all know I have those renters. I have those squatters in my house. So I'm going to do some magic today to, in love and light only, to have them banish them out of my house, right? So super geeky. I see Laura just joined. Laura, you'll love this. It's right up your geeky alley. So I love you guys so much. I probably won't be here tomorrow. I'm going to try to take a day off, and I really am going to get the waiting list for Quantum closed tomorrow night. So if you're not on the waiting list, I'm closing the waiting list tomorrow night. That's FOMO for you guys. Open and close. Because only the people on the waiting list are going to get an extra bonus. And if you probably know you're already going to sign up for the class anyway, why not get the extra bonus for free, right? So I'm sending you guys all love. I love you guys so much. I love to just get up and talk with my talking head self and realize that you guys are listening and it's helping you with your life. This is kind of like what I do when I do my coaching. Is really diving deep into all the energetic aspects and the thought processes so that we can work with the universal laws and not against them, and really wrap our minds around how they work so that you can do that self-exploration. I always call it awaken, align, ignite, right? So that you can awaken to what's going on the inside, align yourself to what you want to be on the outside, and watch your life and business ignite. So super energy nerd over here. I love you guys. Happy New Year. Next year is going to be thebomb.com. It's already, the invisible space is already being created for all of us. What actions are we going to take to move magic, right? So I'll talk to you guys later. If I don't come on tomorrow, I'll be back on Thursday. Okay. I love you. Okay, bye.